Hi friends, good day. Today I am taking out problem number 4. Complex had three departments A, B and C. The following information is provided. Opening stock 3000, department A, B 4000, department C 6000. Consumption of direct materials by A 8000, B 12,000, wages 5,000 and 10,000. You don't have any consumption of direct material by C. You don't have any wages being paid by C, but you got the closing stock of department A, B and C. You also got the information of sales made by C. Okay. Now stock of each department are valued at cost to the department concerned. This is very clear. So many problems you have seen. Cost to department concerned means cost of stock of each department are valued. Cost to department concerned, A is transferring to B. It is cost price to B, but for A it is selling price. That is the meaning of it. Stock of A department are transferred to B department at a margin of 50% above the departmental cost. Stock of B department are transferred to C department at a margin of 10% above the departmental cost. In the last previous problems, we have seen that the percentage of profit was not given, so we have relied upon the information of GP ratio. But here in this problem, it is very clearly mentioned that A to B, whenever A is transferring to B, which is 50% or 1 by 2 of CP. This you know that this percentage is being used for calculation of unrealized profit. So therefore, 50% or 1 by 2 of CP is equal to 1/3 of SP from A to B. So is the case of B to C. B to C, what is the percentage has been given? 10% above cost. 10% or say 1 by 10th of CP. This is also to be converted into SP, 1 by 11th of SP. Now department A to B is at selling price 1/3. Department B to C at selling price 1 by 11th of SP. Then next, he's saying stock of each department valued at cost to department concern. Stock of A department transferred to B and stock of B department transferred to C at margin. Other expenses, salaries, printing, stationery, rent, interest paid, depreciation. These expenses are to be allocated in GP ratio. So after finding out the gross profit, then we can allocate. I think this, after preparing trading account, this we can do. Then opening figures of reserves for unrealized profits on department were department B 1000, department C 2000. Now prepare departmental trading and P&L account. That means himself has given opening stock reserve has already been given in the problem. So if you look at the problem is silent actually. But you should understand that A is transferring goods to B. You can see this here, hint has been given. Stock of A department transferred to B, stock of B department transferred to C. That means A is transferring stock to B, B in turn is transferring to C, then C is selling. So A to B, B to C. A to B transfer, B to C transfer. Then after getting the goods sold by department C. A is transferring goods to B, B is transferring goods to C, and these goods are sold by C. That is why you don't have any consumption of material. Now you need to have these two information. A to B transfer is how much? B to C transfer is how much? If you don't get this information, departmental transfers we can't get it. That is point number one. Then if you don't get that interdepartmental transfer, how we need to find out unrealized profit? So the reason is, I'll tell you. A is having like a process costing, simple word. A is processing something, then it is being transferred to B for further processing. B has processed it, and then it has been finally transferred to C. That means when nothing has been mentioned, the closing stock of B is consisting of stock that is being transferred by A. Understand? Closing stock of C is having stock transferred by A and B. Am I right? Why? Because A to B, B to C. When A stock is being transferred to B, B in turn is transferring to C, means whatever the B that is stock transferring, a part of stock is definitely is belongs to whom? A. This is implied. Because A is not selling the goods, you can see B is not selling the goods. That means whatever the goods that has been processed, it is being transferred to B. The second question is that what is the value of materials that is included? This is another question mark. What is the value of stock transferred by A is included in closing stock of B? Because B is also consuming some direct materials, and they are also getting some goods from whom? A. So this 14,000, what is the percentage of transferred by A included in this, and the remaining will become B stock. I think this is very, very important. Percentage is very, very important. Value or say percentage of stock. This, if you can able to do this, I think problem is open. So I'll try to explain this by giving notes. Point number 1. Value of goods transferred from department A to B. Value of goods transferred from department to A to B. So what is the value of goods transferred? Means 3,000 plus consumption of direct materials plus wages minus closing stock. Then to that we need to add percentage of profit. That is what I am writing. Opening stock 3,000. Consumption of direct materials that is being used in the process of making the goods. Consumption of direct materials 8,000 plus wages 5,000 minus closing stock 4. It is coming to how much? 12,000. And we have seen already these goods are transferred at 50% on cost price. A to B, 50% of cost price is nothing but 1 by 2 of CP is equal to 1/3. When you are transferring, he says stock of each department value at cost to the department concerned. That means for B, cost price. For A, it is selling price. So what is the value of good that has been transferred by A to B, that we need to get? How they are transferring? 50% or 1 by 2 of CP as given is nothing but 1/3 of SP. Okay, this is what? But this is for unrealized profit. Percentage is important for unrealized profit. Clear? But here for doing is, this is cost price, no? Now plus profit. The reason is why I need a selling price, my dear friend. There I need selling price in order to remove the unrealized profit. I need selling price there. So try to understand. I need selling price there for unrealized profit, because closing stock of department B is at selling price to A, no? Because department B, whatever the closing stock that is been unsold, is stock which is getting from whom? Department A. They are getting department from A. Department A is sending the goods at selling price. So therefore, there I need. But here, profit, cost price, percentage also has been given on cost price. So no need to convert. Cost price plus profit. That is 50%. 50% of rupees 12,000. 6,000. Therefore, it becomes 18,000. Okay. So this is the value of goods transferred by A to B. Now this will become selling price for A. And cost price to B. Clear to all of you? This is what he meant to say about it. Stock of at cost to department consent. Cost to department means for B it is a cost price only. For A it is which percentage? Selling price. Okay. And similarly, we also need to find out working notes number 2. Value of goods department B to C. Here. Goods received from A 18,000. Opening stock, consumption of material, wages minus closing stock. Plus consumption of direct materials consumption of direct materials 12,000. Then after that we got wages. Wages how much? 10,000. Closing stock 14,000. Then you'll be getting cost price of goods to department B. And that is to be added with percentage of profit is to be added to get the selling price. Okay, you can see 18 plus 4, 20, 22 plus 12, 22 plus 12, 24, 34, 34 plus 4, 10, 44, 44 minus 18,000 plus 4, 34, 34 plus 10, 44, 44 minus 14, 30,000. Cost price to department. Now we want the cost price of C. For this we need to add profit. Profit here also it has been given, percentage of profit has been given on departmental cost. But when you are for unrealized profit, you have to convert the CP into SP. 10% above departmental cost has been given. The profit 10% on $30,000. It is coming to 3,000. Therefore, value of goods transferred from department B to C is at 33,000. All of you. So now this is selling price to A and cost price to B have written. Now this is selling price to B, cost price to C. Okay to all of you? Now, this is important. Third point. Computation of, so sir, you may be having the doubt, sir, how you know that the closing stock is consisting of, B closing stock is consisting of transferred from department A? Because the hint has been given the problem that there were opening figures of reserves for unrealized profits on department stocks. That means it's given a hint that the stock of B department, C department is consisting of stock transferred from other department. Therefore, we also assume that unsold stock of B is consisting of stock that has been transferred from, excuse me, department A. So that we need to find out. So that is what I am writing. Computation of unrealized profit on closing stock of department B. Okay. Now this is important. How to calculate, sir? In this first point, value of closing stock of B given is equal to 14,000. We have seen that 14,000. Okay, then next. Cost of internal transfer in the above. Cost of internal transfer in the above means that whatever the closing stock is out of the cost of internal transfer, the above. Cost of internal transfer by B by A to B. Because we have seen what is the goods transferred by A to B? 18,000. Okay, now value of stock transferred by A to B included in the closing stock value of stock transferred by A to B including the closing stock of B. What is the percentage? That is what we need to find out. Oh sir, this is very important point. How you are going to find out? Shall I give you 1 minute time for you to think of it? Value of stock transferred by A to B included in the closing stock of B. This is what you need to find out. For this, what is that we should do first? Total cost of department B. If I find out what is the percentage that is being transferred from A can be known. Total cost of department B. If you look at the total cost of department B excluding opening stock, because excluding opening stock because this they are not manufactured in the current year, no. So 12,000 plus 10,000 consumption of direct materials plus wages plus stock that they got from department A is 18,000. So 18 plus 12 plus 10, you will be getting 40,000. Get all of you? So total cost of department B is equal to 12,000 plus 10,000 plus goods transferred from whom? A. Is what is 12,000? I have already given. 12,000 is nothing but consumption of direct material. This is what? Wages. This is what? Goods transferred A to B. So total cost of department B 40,000 rupees. So now what is the heading I have given? Value of stock transferred by A to B included in the closing stock of department B. This is important point. Value of stock transferred by A to B included in the closing stock of B. Include in the closing stock of B. So this is how to find out, sir. Very simple. So 40,000 rupees. It is coming to 40,000, no? Total cost of department B 40,000, including goods transferred from A. Including goods transferred by A to B. This is for explanation. I am giving detailed way. Examination, this you can improvise. 40,000. So 40,000 rupees. 40,000 rupees cost. What is closing stock? 14,000. Total cost 40,000. 14,000 is unsold stock. Therefore, from stock transferred from stock transferred from A 18,000, what is the closing stock? From total cost 40,000, 14,000 unsold stock. From stock transferred from A, what is the proportionate percentage? That is equal to, you know that, 18,000 into 14,000 by 40,000. You can do like this. To understand clearly, 18,000 by 40,000, if you do, you are getting 0.45%. That means 45% of stock of B is consisting of stock transferred by A. This is very important. I repeat once again, 18,000 by, take the calculator, work out 18,000 by 40,000. That means total cost of from total cost of B, no, total cost of B 40,000, 14,000 is unsold stock. So from stock transferred from A, that is 18,000, what will be unsold stock? So 18,000 by 40,000, if you do, 45% of stock, 0.45 is nothing but if you multiply with 100, you will be getting 45%. 45% of stock of B is consisting of, unsold stock is consisting of goods transferred by A. So therefore, if you do this, you will be getting 0.45 into 14,000. If you work out, you will be getting 6,300. So now we can write, therefore, unsold stock of B rupees 14,000 is consisting of Therefore, unsold stock of B rupees 14,000 consisting of rupees 6,300 worth of stock belongs to A. So we need to, this is for all, I can't explain row here. So that is why here I am writing this. So we need to, find out unrealized profit, because sir, you may say B is not selling, sir. No, B is not selling, but B is transferring goods to C, no. So that is why when B is transferring, that means the unsold stock is nothing but, closing stock is nothing but the good that has not been transferred. That is what, the good that has not been transferred. So B, some stock is being left out with B. That means whatever stock that is needed by C, B is sending. So therefore, B closing stock, when you are having closing stock, obviously the closing stock of B is inflated. Why inflated? A, whatever A is sending, that is at inflated price. 50% is adding to that cost price. It's nothing but 1/2 of CP, one third of SP, I told you. So that 14,000 stock is consisting of 6,300 at inflated price. Right? Understand? 14,000 minus 6,300 if you take out, that means 7,700 is cost price to B only. That is his own processed goods. But 6,300 rupees is not at cost price. That is at selling price. If you don't remove that unrealized profit, then they will be inflated. You will be getting inflated profit. Is this clear? Then the actual profit won't be reflected. So that is the reason why we are removing the loading effect on that. So we need to find out the unrealized profit of department A included in the closing stock of department B. That is rupees 6,300. Right? So therefore, unrealized profit is equal to 6,300 into, I need to have percentage of profit of whom? Transferor. Who is transferor? A. Number of problems I have explained. 1/2 of CP is equal to, I have told you, 1/3. So 6,300 into 1/3, do it. We'll be getting 2,100. Clear to all of you? 2,100. So this is about unrealized profit. I've started heading saying that unrealized profit. This is another important. Now, the most important thing, I need to find out. Now, this is clear to all of you. 1/3 from where you got, I have already written here. Unrealized profit A to B, 1/2 of CP is equal to 1/3 of SP. I have already given. Now, the most important part of it, I think this you need to pay attention. The closing stock of B, now we need to find out. Now, the computation of, here I am writing, computation of unrealized profit of department C. Here, first point. When these can be made as a point, A, A. Value of closing stock of C. I think by this time you are clear. If you are good in costing, you can able do it. At 8,000, no? I think you can easily say this 8,000 rupees closing stock is consisting of goods transferred by B to C, because BC is not manufacturing, but B whatever is transferring C, 45% is also being transferred from A to C, no? A to B, no? That, that means whenever B is transferring to C, the B transferring to C is belongs to not only stock that has been processed by him, but he is also having the stock that has already been earlier processed by A. So therefore, I have to remove the two loading effects, unrealized profit. Now the question is that, sir, what is the closing stock of C consisting of stock that has been transferred by A to B is included in C. I repeat once again. The closing stock of C, initially you get impression closing stock of C, you are having stock from B, no? Let me explain that, then I come back to the second point. Value of closing stock of C, 8,000. Now, this initially appears that entire 8,000 is from whom? B, no? So first what I do, I want to take out unrealized profit. Unrealized profit of B included above. Included above. That is 8,000 into 1 by 11. Am I right? 1 by 11. How 1 by 11, sir? I have already told you. For B percentage, I have already explained now here. 1 by 10th of CP is equal to 1 by 10th 11th of SP. So then what happened? 8,000 into 1 by 11, you'll be getting 7,727.27. Let me write 727. So 8,000 minus 727, you'll be getting 7,270. Create all of you. 8,000 minus unrealized profit of B included above is 727. Then this will become cost price of closing stock with the C, no? Because this is for selling price to B. This is cost price to C. Now closing stock, cost price of closing stock with C, that is being transferred by B. Right, understand? Cost price of closing stock with C transferred by B. Now the 7,273 is including again stock, 45% of the stock that has been, I've told you already 0.45%. 45% of stock that has been transferred by B. Cost price of closing stock with B transferred by B. That is for B it is cost price. This is for B cost price. But the 7,273 is including stock that has been transferred by A. That means simple words, B is transferring goods to C, unsold stock of C, initially it appears that C doesn't know that. C department feels that the stock has been transferred by B, but B knows that whatever the stock is transferring to C is also transferring stock that he has received from A. A has processed it, B has further processed it. So then what happened? Now we got cost price of closing stock with C transferred by B, means for B it is cost price, for B it is cost price. Now the 7,273 we have done here. What is the percentage loading effect here? But total cost of B 40,000 unsold stock. For 18,000 how much? The same percentage we need to calculate. How to calculate? That is, next point I am writing, B value of transferred material from A included in closing stock of department C, how much? 7,273, no? So department C is how much? 7,273. Value of transferred material from A. So how to do it? So simple words. The 40,000 total cost of B now 7,273. This is entire belongs to B, no? Total cost of B, closing stock is how much? 7,273. Unsold stock of C transferred. So total cost of B 40,000. 7,273 has not been sold by B. Then therefore for rupees 18,000, what is 18,000? I've given here same. From stock transferred from A, what is the amount? That means unsold stock of C. Now you should see what is the amount that is being transferred from A is included in this. I've already given 18,000 by 40,000, 45%. You should do that. That means C closing stock is consisting of 45% transferred by A to B, that is included with C, and remaining 55% is transferred by B to C. That's it. So now 18,000, how much? Come on. Cross multiplication, 18,000 by 40,000 to 73. This will become, what is that called as? Amount. Is coming to, take the calculator. And 3. You are getting 3,273. This is the cost price of goods transferred by B to C, which he got from A. When which he got from A, that means closing stock of C is having goods received from A, no? Goods received from A unsold. Now that means again, now you, by this time it is clear, when A goods has been transferred to B, B in turn has transferred to C, has been unsold. Unsold means again unrealized profit. Now which percentage you want? Whatever the percentage of profit transferred by A to B, that is 1 by 2 of CP is equal to 1 by 3 of SP. So therefore, fourth point, C, we can say therefore unrealized profit in department C, closing stock relating to department B, relating to department B, relating department A, sorry, relating department A, that is equal to 3,273, no, 3,273 into 1 by 3. I have already told you, because department A stock is including department C, means you need to have the percentage of profit of department A. So 3,273 by 3 1,091. Please try to understand this now. I repeat once again. Let me start from here. A is clear, only this point is important. Computation of unrealized profit of departments. Simple words, value of closing stock of C is how much? 8,000. So 8,000, I told you already, 8,000 is cost price to C and selling price to B. So therefore, I have to find out unrealized profit. So what is cost price of closing stock with C? 7,273 transferred by B. It is nothing but, for B it is a cost price. The question is that whenever B is transferring anything that is consisting of stock from A, no. So what I am trying to do, this 7,273, what is the percentage of good that has been transferred by A? Simple. I've already told you that is 45%, 18,000 by 40. How, sir? Total cost of B 40,000. This I already explained in the beginning. Is 7,273. This is cost price for B. Unsold stock of C transferred by B at cost price 7,273. Now it is including 18,000 worth of goods from that particular percentage it has been transferred. No, so total cost of B 40,000, 7,273. From stock transferred from A, what is the proportionate value of stock that is still being unsold with is unsold by C? That means 45%. If you calculate, simple words, B whatever is transferring to C, 45% which is getting from A is included in that, and 55% that is being transferred by him to C. That means his own processing is 55%. Processed by A is how much? 45%. So that 45% is coming to 3,273. That means 7,273 total stock of B, 55%. You can take the calculator, you'll be getting the same thing. 7,273 to 55%. Sorry, 11,000. 7,273. 7,273 into 55%. 4,000 rupees. 4,000 rupees belongs to whom? Cost price of B, 55%. Remaining 45% from whom is getting? A. That means unsold stock of C, 55% is transferred from B. That we have already removed the roll loading effect. Now this 45% I have to remove the loading effect. The reason is that 45% of stock which is left with B has transferred to whom? C. That has not been unsold. So on that you should take the loading effect. It is coming to, you have done already, 1091. Therefore total unrealized profit in closing stock of C is equal to, here, relating to B 727, relating to C 1091. Total if you D, you got 727. No, here 720. 727, here you got it. 727 plus 1091. You're getting 1880. Now we can go for solution. Only allocation of expense that we can give a note after getting the GP ratio that we can do. So now solution. Departmental, trading comma, P&L account. Here is given, you have to write. Here is not given, leave it. So quickly we can write opening stock, got already opening stock 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 3,000, 4,000, 6,000. purchases 8,000, 12,000. Then we got transfer is there, no? Now first let me finish off this transfer, then back to the. So why transfer? A to B transfer, I have told you already. 18,000. It's like a sale for whom? A. It's like a purchase for whom? B. Then transfer by B to C. I think you will understand here I am writing. It is 33,000. 33,000. This is purchase from whom? C. Transfer by A, transfer to B, transfer to C, transfer by how much? C column 33,000. Okay, now we can go for wages. Wages 5,000, 10,000. Okay, wages 5,000, 10. Then we can go for sales. Only C has sold. Sales by C 34,000. Then next closings. Closing stock department A 4,000, B 14,000, 8,000. 4, 14, 8. Four 14. Okay, now you can close this. So 18 plus 4, 22,000 here. 33, 37, 47,000 here. 22,000. 47,000. 34 plus 8, 42. 42. 42,000 minus 39,000. 3,000 is the gross profit. So gross profit carry down. 22 minus 3 plus 8, 11. 22 minus 16, 6,000. 47, 4,000 plus 12, 16, 34, 44, 44. We are getting 3,000 gross profit. 47 minus 44, 3,000. Therefore, gross profit ratio is equal to 6 is to, or we can say 3, 1, 3, 1. We got some indirect expenses. No, those expenses will be allocated in that ratio. So, we have to continue with that. Some expenses are there. No? This is just like a note we can. Just to explain this, you can write the GP ratio also later on. Just to explain here, I have written. We are having P&L account now. Continuation. Okay. You can write why gross profit brought down. 6,000, 3,000, 3,000. Now we got expenses. You can see the expenses given here. All these salaries, printing, you need to distribute in the ratio of 2 is to. What is the gross profit? We got it, my dear friends. 2 is to 1 is to 1. Sorry. So salary, printing, rent, interest, etc. Two thousand by 4, 500. 1,000, 500. Next, printing and stationery 1,000. $500 ratio, you know that you can calculate. Then next, rent 6,000. To rent 3,000, because 6,000 by 4, no, 3,000. 3,000 6,000 by 4, 1,500. 1,500 to 3,000. And 1,500, 1,500. 2 is to 1 is to 1. Rent. Then interest how much? 4,000. 4,000 by 4, 500. 1,000. 4,000 by 4,000 into 2, no, 2,000 rupees. 2,000, 1,000, 1,000. Then next one, depreciation 3,000. 3,000 by 4, 750, no, 750 into 2, 1,500. 1,500, 750, 750. Above here you can write, instead of going for note, above expenses allocated GP ratio, that is 2 is 1 is 1 euro. That's enough. No need to drag this again, waste of time working note. Okay, now I think we're getting loss here because debit side expense are showing more. Very clear, you can do 1,000, 1,500, 4,500, 8,000. 8,000 minus 6,000, you are getting loss of 2,000. Take 500, 750 plus 4,000, 4,000 total. 4,000 minus 3,000, 1,000 loss. 750, 1,000 to 50, 3,000 to 50, 750, 4,000. 4,000 minus 3,000, you are getting loss of 1,000. This is balancing here. Now you need to prepare which account? General P&L account. General profit and loss account. write first net loss, which side right? You write gross net profit, you write here, no? Net loss we should write here. To loss carry down. Sorry, to loss brought down. A department, B department, C. A got loss of 2000, B 1000, 1. So it is coming to by stock reserve. On opening stock given, we need not worry about it. It has been given in the problem. You can see what is stock reserve. Department B 1000, C 2000. Plus 2 3000. Then stock reserve on closing stock. Working notes we have already calculated. So total is how much here? B we got here 2100. 2100 plus 1818. Please understand this B I am writing, but it is nothing but unrealized profit of A. Because why I am writing B we have calculated. C, this is unrealized profit of B. Right? Understand B and A. It's important. So if you want to have a clarity, see, this is unrealized. Otherwise, in the examination, you'll be having confusion. A and B 181. I've done working notes. I've explained here 1818. It will be relating to unrealized profit in closing stock relating to by mistake I've written. Okay, because here I've written relating to department A. A small correction. Now please watch out. Sometimes I maybe explanation is something, maybe sometime I'm slipping a tongue. Please watch out. Okay, right. So it is coming to 2100 plus 1818 coming to 3918. Now I think still which side is showing more? Debit side is showing more. You can see 400 4000 plus 3918 7918 7918 minus 3000 coming to 4918 is finally net balance. This will be transferred to the business as a whole capital account, or if it is partners, it is transferred to partners capital according to their profit sharing ratio. Clear to all of you? This is an important model. Bit of process costing, you don't have these problems now in the study material. It was very old problem, but having said it is given, we have worked out, right? So no need to worry about bit of process. Purely their last 3 4 years, 3 years, they're looking at purely department related, I mean like a transfer A to B without having a concept of bit of process costing concept, right? So I think with this today's session I am concluding. The next class I'll be taking up one more model. With that we'll be able to finish off this chapter, markup account. That particular problem concept is important not only for department account but also for branch accounts. Okay, my dear friends, we'll meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you all.